I told y'all, I have some shocking news. But before I get into that, if you're here for the first time, welcome. My name is LeBron J with Josie Sports Nation. If you haven't already, definitely hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and also hit that notification bell. Well. LeBron is ripping the Lakers after the loss to the Bucks. Now, before I get into it, I told everybody LeBron James don't care about basketball at this point in time. He's, when you get a family, you get soft. I mean, let's keep it 100. That's the goal in life. You want to get a family, but when you're by yourself, you want to take over the world. You want to win not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, not six, but seven championships. But then life gets in the way and you realize how hard it is. And then you get scrutinized by your peers. And then you start getting defensive. And then you start regretting certain things. And then we're here. LeBron is a really great player. He's going to be talked about for eternity, at least for the next couple generations. He's that type of player. Big, fast, strong. Every team he went on, they usually win. We know all that, but we're talking about 2022 right now. See, we can't go off the past. We can't, like I like to call it the Al Bundy syndrome. I scored 4 championships in high school. These are the people that I argue with in the comments, the people I argue with on social media. These are the guys who say, hey, if you didn't play sports, you're not qualified to play. You're not qualified to talk about it. But it's just interesting when you look at it. All the coaches that are Hall of Fame coaches are players. Coaches who didn't play. All the people that you listen to that's strength and conditioning coaches, they didn't play on that level. So whatever, you can be gone with all that information that you spewing out. But anyway, LeBron James is he's transitioning out of this game. He's been doing it for 20 years, man. He did his service. Most people retire at this age. People are really impressed the fact that he can score 30 something points a game and he's 37 and all this blah 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 blah. But the game is based off a team game and it's about winning championships. You would agree with that, right? If you disagree with that, put something in the comments now. Love to read it. LeBron picks his teams. Every place he goes, he picks the team. When he was in Cleveland the first year, yes, he had an underachieving team and he brought them to the championship. But who does it back then? That's the way the game was set up. Don't be fooled by these people saying he didn't have anybody. This is how the team set the league up. It's having a star player or two and a bunch of role players. That's how the game was set up. Don't let people lie to you saying he didn't have any help. All right? Look at Philadelphia 76ers. Who did they have when they went to the finals? Iverson and a bunch of other players that you don't even know or remember. What about the Indiana Pacers? Who do they have? Think about it. I wait. Reggie Miller and who else? And Reggie Miller was only scoring 18 points a game. Okay. I wait. New Jersey Nets. Who did they have when they went to the finals 3 straight times in the early 2000s? Jason Kidd and a bunch of people who didn't make the Hall of Fame. So that's my point. Back in the day, that's how the system was built. And every so often you have a quote unquote super team through trades. LeBron had players. He had a lot of all-stars that played for the Lakers. Now, we can nitpick and say, oh, they were past their prime, but he did have help. LeBron James don't score 120 points a game, and he doesn't get 40 rebounds and 30 assists on his own. He does not, right? But anyway, LeBron, this time, he picked this team. If you don't believe me, you can do your research. Rich Paul is his buddy that he put on. So he has control because he has an agent that's in the league. Anthony Davis. He did everything Rich Paul said to do to get out of New Orleans, and he's here in LA. He picked him. LeBron picked him. LeBron picked Russell Westbrook. He picked him. He picked him. He got rid of Lonzo Ball and the other players because usually when you get older, you don't want to develop players. So he got rid of all the young guns, and I know they wish they had him now because Lonzo Ball is balling. All the players that they got rid of is doing well. Kuzma's doing well in Washington. So he wish he had that now. This team sucks. And they're more capable of winning. They're the oldest team in the league, and I think he should have kept youth because they don't play defense. Old people don't like to play defense. They don't play defense. They were down like 30 points in the third quarter, and I watched the game. They were flat-footed. They wasn't going through picks. They wasn't doing none of this. But LeBron scores 30, and they need to stop talking about Russell Westbrook like he's the problem. They're already down by 30. Don't blame him because he misses threes. He's shooting 43% from the field, which is better than a lot of these players out there. And he's getting 18.7 rebounds, 7 assists. So he is helping the team. Now, Monk is doing pretty good at this point in time. He's playing a little bit better than Russell Westbrook, but it's all LeBron's fault, and LeBron knows it. LeBron is starting to say it in the media. He's calling his team out. The reporter asked him, it's regular season games, but against the defending champions, does this one hit different, especially since you pretty much lost by 30 points? And LeBron James tried to play stupid. And then he said, yeah, it tells me we ain't on their level. I mean, I probably could have told you that before the game. This is a leadership issue, but LeBron is trying to make this a coaching issue. See, when you're scoring these 35, 37 points a game, trying to keep up with another high-power offense who these young boys like to run, like how you used to be when you were young. You remember when you destroyed the league when you were 22? You were beating on grown men. Now you're the old guy who don't want to play defense. You were running up and down the court, and nobody wanted to watch you. Now we got Morant and all these youthful legs out here, and they know you're old. That's why they'll shoot from 40 because they want you to come out there. Because old people want to play under the hoop because they don't want to do all that movement, right? And if you're scoring, you're going to try to switch to a player who's not scoring so you can have all the energy on offense. But you can't do that right now. You have to play some defense, but you don't want to play defense. That's the problem. Forget the 37 points. How about they stop scoring 30 on you guys? Playing flat-footed, not going through the picks. They're shooting from 40, and then when you got to pop out on them, they just do the pick and roll and pass the ball around. This is a team sport. LeBron, you have to figure out how you have 3 top 75 players. You got to figure out how to maximize the players you have on that team. But you don't want to do that because you're old. You're really good, and you're definitely going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. And the only reason why you're in LA is because your son, which is a great thing, you're a good father, what it seems. You want to watch him play basketball, and eventually you want to play on the same court as him, like how Ken Griffey Jr. played baseball with his dad. That would be a very dope thing, And also you want to dabble in your movies and your entertainment company. No problem. But you can't go to LA and do what you're doing because the fans are not going to appreciate that. They want excellence. That's the Magic way in the 80s, because basically Magic built the Lakers with the Showtime Lakers, 5 championships. Because before that, it was Boston. Boston set the standard for the NBA. Now it's the Lakers. And Kobe understood that when he went there. He didn't party like that, like you're doing, and He cared about basketball. Well, I ain't gonna say he cared about basketball more than you did, because you do take care of your body and do all this good stuff. I'm not saying that, but it's a different standard, and you gotta accept the criticism that you're getting when you're playing at a big market like that. It's your fault. Even if it ain't your fault, it's your fault because you're the leader. If that wasn't the case, then what the heck we need stars for, right? Well, anyway, I'm gonna leave you with that. What you think about LeBron James calling his team out, saying they're not good enough to the media, and it sounds like he kind of quit emotionally on his team. Maybe he's on his exit. Let me know in the comments, and I'll talk to you another time.